Hi everyone, it's Alistair Clark here from stuntlives.com. I'm going to introduce you to my next video to a guy called Adam Hart, who is probably one of the most well-known stunt performers out there now performing, where he's doubled up for Christian Bale, Ryan Gosling, and he's appeared in so many amazing films as well, and worked with so many great directors like Steven Spielberg, Christopher Nolan, Denis Villeneuve, and some of these TV series that he's worked on as well, like American Horror Story, the True Lies TV series, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Westworld. There are so many films and TV series that he has done that no doubt you would have seen, guaranteed. So I hope you enjoy this interview with him, and I will catch up with you later. Take care for now. Hi, Adam. Thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey there. How are you?
Yeah, really good. Thank you. Really good. Yeah. And how are things with you?
Fantastic. Just going through, living life.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, obviously, you've done a whole wide variety of films, etc. And I was just wondering, how did you get into stunts, or what made you get into stunts? That sort of thing, really.
I always wanted to do action on film as early as I can remember. I remember going to my grandma's house and she'd be watching the old Errol Flynn, Robin Hood, Basil Rathbone and all that. So I was like, oh wow, that's really cool, And then growing up during the 80s, the time that I grew up, I had some of the best television ever made, which was full of stunts. It was The Fall Guy, Dukes of Hazzard, A-Team. It was all these awesome and honestly probably the best movies even to today. And I found like that's what I wanted. I always was like, oh, I want to do that. I want to jump out of this. I want to do that stuff on film. And I grew up in Southern California, so I had all of these theme parks. Not all the theme parks, they had live stunt shows, and there was a dinner theater called Medieval Times. I'm sure you've heard of it. I'm going there as a kid and watching, knights joust and sword fight. And I was like, this is the coolest thing. This is just as a kid. So I was like, and so growing up, I played every sport, played a lot of football, but I also did martial arts. I boxed, I rode dirt bikes. I don't know if it was prep. It wasn't like prepping to do, but that I knew that's what I needed to do. That's what I wanted to do. And that's where my body felt the happiest. And I also did a lot of theater, even from a very, very, very young age. And then, so I ended up going to college, getting a theater degree because I wanted to have a degree before I started doing this. And then I also studied at the Royal National Theatre in London right after college.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So then as soon as all that was done, then I got to come home back to California, and I started doing live stunt shows.
Right. Okay.
So it's a long way around getting to where what I wanted to do. But, I did every single live show in Southern California. It was Medieval Times, a pirate dinner show, worked at Disneyland, did a Batman show at Six Flags, did the Wild West show at Knott's Berry Farm, was a fire diver at Waterworld. But in doing all that, I was networking and meeting people that we were all at the same level, or some people were above, some people were, and we all pushed each other and made each other better. And so, that's eventually, it was a great way to get paid to train to do what I do.
Definitely. So what I could see there is that you were very focused and very determined to actually what you wanted to do. So that's pretty, so it's a really good message that, you need to be dedicated and, focused on what you actually wanted to achieve. So.
Oh yeah. This job, it's not, everybody thinks they want to do it until they have to get hit by a car multiple times or fly down the stairs. All right, got to do it again. Got to do it. And they're like, whoa, wait a minute. We do that for real? Yes. Yeah. Although nowadays it's gotten a lot, with CGI and whatnot and wires and things, that we've been able to take out a lot of the risk that we had when I started, and even before I started with the guys. Back in the day, those are the real heroes of this business. And I am so thankful for them and what they've done, that they provided this wonderful world and helped to figure it out so that we don't have to get hurt. No.
Definitely. But then there's always that risk as well, though. That's the thing as well. So So
That's
yeah.
you have to. I mean, it's like sometimes you just have to hit the ground.
Yep. Okay. So you did a lot of stage shows then. So do you remember what the first show that you did? Did a TV series or a film?
Yeah, so I did all this live stuff, and while doing that, I was hustling and learning, meeting people, and trying. And then, as soon as I got my SAG card, I got hired on the television show Charmed.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Way back. And I started with some people that now they're coordinating shows, and they're, second unit directors and stuff. So it's nice, and we're still very good friends. So it's kind of neat to see where we're all together,
Mm-hmm. No, I like that. So could you just explain to, say, UK viewers of this what a SAG card is and what the procedure is to get that?
SAG card is the Screen Actors Guild. Now it's SAG-AFTRA, so it's Screen Actors Guild and the American Federation of Television and Radio Artists. They combined years ago, but SAG card is what you need in order to do film and TV here. And most it's equivalent to a British equity card, and except in the UK, in order to be a stunt person, you have to become part of the stunt register, which I think is a wonderful, wonderful thing, because it makes you have to focus, and you have to train. It's not just a side job. You have to get, you have to qualify in all of the, I have a lot of friends that are from the UK that I think are some of the top performers and coordinators in this business. Yeah. So I'm thankful to have them as my friends. And a lot of them, I worked for a lot of people from the UK early on, and I feel like we hit it off well because we had a similar, work ethic.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, yeah, because I was going to say that the different disciplines that you have to take in order to do the next thing, etc. Yeah.
I wish we had that here.
Yeah. Okay. So, what was the first ever stunt that you did on Charmed? Then, what was that?
I was just fighting someone in this big melee in the middle of this house. That's all it was like, all right, we need all these people, and then I got picked, and we went in and just fought, and I got kicked in the chest a bunch of times, and thought it was the coolest thing ever. I was like, and then I went, wait a minute, we get paid. This is, because I thought it was cool getting paid to do the live shows. Now I'm like, oh wait, this is even better. I get paid more. And it was awesome. Right. So great.
Excellent. Well, yeah, you've done so many films. So is it difficult to choose your favorite stunt that you've done, or the most memorable one that you've done?
I've been very fortunate and very lucky. I feel I've gotten to work on a lot of amazing films, high grossing, big. I feel very fortunate, and I don't know. It's hard for me to say I have a favorite thing, because all of them, every time I get to go to work, I think it's like the first time I ever went to work. That's how I feel, and that's even day 102 on a feature. I'm still going, all right, how cool is this? We're here. You walk on these sets and you see these beautiful things, and then you're like, well, I'm going to smash through this wall here. And, I think I wouldn't say I have a favorite one, but I have awesome moments that I remember. Like the stunt I did on Live Free or Die Hard. That was the first feature film that I got to work on.
Okay.
So that stunt I did was something that was like, to be at the position I was at, to be put into that spot, I was very lucky, and I survived. So there was that too. That's when I got basically fighting. Bruce Willis throws me into a chair, grabs me by the throat, and throws me down a flight of stairs. And it's steel stairs, and I just happened to clear all of them and land on the last one and bounce off of it. And I was fine. Nothing happened. I was so lucky.
Yeah.
Wow. But that was kind of one of the, and then after that, it just kind of, things started to, I got nominated for a World Stunt Award for that. But after that, things just started kind of falling into place. And I'm very lucky. I was the size of a lot of lead actors. So, and having the acting and performance background helped me to be a good double for them, so that I could mimic how they wanted to do things, but also able to teach them a way that an actor would want to learn something, instead of just approaching it from a move, like you need to move this way and move like that. It's like, this is why you're moving this way. This is why you're moving that way. So, but yeah, that was great. Doing the second 300, doubling the lead on that, getting to do this massive fight scene, working with Damon Caro and Matt Rigetti and Wayne Dalglish and Freddie Bosiegas and all these awesome, amazing Guillermo Grispo, these great, amazing fighters. And I'm in there going, how am I in this spot? This is like, but covered in mud, doubling. I mean, I've been very fortunate because I double Christian Bale, and I get to I'm so thankful because he doesn't, I mean, he's so good. I feel very fortunate that he asks me to be there with him.
That's really good.
And then, I mean, even like the stuff I've done for Gosling,
I was going to say Ryan Gosling, you were doubling up for Ken in Barbie.
But it was, I mean, and it's awesome. That's what I mean by moments. There's these cool moments, like on Terminator. I remember laying on the ground, first thing I'm doing, and then there's this T-800 getting puppeteered and I remember watching all these behind the scenes of the original ones going, this is so cool. I'm fighting this thing now. And then, on doing Blade Runner, I'm to work with Harrison Ford, like this person that I've idolized. And we're just having fun. It's just wonderful. And then getting to meet these these people that I looked up to that help pave the way, getting to work with and meet these people and just trying to live up to this, their status.
Definitely. And as you said, you're just learning from them each time, etc. as well. And it's just, that would be such a valuable experience to have. For sure.
Oh my gosh. But I mean, favorite stuff. I got to be Captain America. I got to be, I got to put that suit on and throw the shield and I was like, remember the first time I put it on, I just felt, and I looked in the mirror and I was like, it just felt amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Give you the goosebumps. And that's the thing,
And I mean, when we were doing, we're doing The Revenant, figuring out the bear, how to make it look like, so, he's actually getting attacked by a bear, which turned out pretty good. And then remember standing in the snow, working out the final fight between Leo and Tom, and they're fighting in the snow, and I'm calling the thing, and I'm watching behind the camera, and everybody's out, but we shot it in Ushuaia. And we're looking around, and we're in the middle of this, like the bottom of the Patagonian mountains.
Wow!
And just those moments, it's like it's just
absolutely. It's a pinch me moment type thing. It's like, am I here? Is this real? That sort of thing. Yeah. It's amazing. I love that. Yeah. So, what about the injuries that you may have got, etc.? That's the downside, I'd say, about the stunt.
Knock on wood. I have been, and I knock on wood because I've been very, very fortunate. And I think it's because I approach everything. If I don't think I can do something, I say I can't. I have never been afraid to say I can't do that. That being said, probably the worst injury I ever got was when I was doing a live show. I was working at Medieval Times, and I got jousted right here.
Oof.
In the eye. Fractured my inner orbital right here. I have titanium mesh all up in here, screws here. I had to have full reconstructive surgery on my eye. But I went back and did it after.
Okay.
I think that's been the biggest thing. I mean, you always get bumps, you always get bruises. I remember on Terminator when we were trying to finish, because we were in the last bits of it. I mean, every day I was doing multiple stunts, multiple gags that were, things that you would normally space out. But it was like, all right, we're gonna ratchet you across this, and you're gonna hit, you're gonna invert, hit your back on it, land on your head, fall over it, and then there's like, all right, cool, we got that. All right, next thing, we're gonna throw you into this. All right, you need to hang on to this and drop 10 feet and hit onto your back. And it was day after day. And I remember, I was young, I was very fortunate, very lucky, but it felt like I had just been beaten. Beaten down.
Yeah.
But
you have to stay enthusiastic as well and be in the moment. 100%. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you're still performing. You're still, I've had things where, there's times where, you tweaked yourself and you're like, oh, I got this, I could do it. So you push through it. I had some stuff, it's that literally, so I've been very lucky on film.
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
Whoever's looking out for me.
Yeah, definitely. And also, I think you alluded to the fact as well, if you say no, if you're not comfortable with something, you can say no. There's no shame in that at all.
And prep. Yeah. If I can prep for it and I can learn how, or we can learn how to, our whole job is illusion. We're magicians. It's the illusion of violence, the illusion of somebody getting hurt. Now, you sometimes have to do something that, could potentially hurt you, but our job is to learn how to make it, learn how to do it and not be injured.
Definitely.
You know, like that's why you figure out how to hit something correctly. You figure out how to do, you know, and then you're like, oh, well, we don't need to actually hit it. We can stop you beforehand, but with the way camera's at, it looks like you hit it, and then you're fine. You know, now it's where the acting comes in.
Yeah.
So, but you know, and there's times where, like on Suicide Squad, all the water dumping down on us. It was 6,000 gallons of water coming down on us, and you can't fake it. That was for real. Just us getting smashed by that water. But it was great. Turned out awesome. But you know, it's all about us. But we had, you know, we all had lines on it. We had things that were keeping us safe, and we had all the safety diet. We had everything. It was all planned out perfectly.
Yeah, definitely.
Or as perfect as it could be.
Yeah. Okay. And so, do you have a favorite stunt from a film that you haven't done, like somebody else has done, or a favorite film?
Man, I think most of this, like the stuff that they did back in the 80s is like I think it's the most amazing, like the stuff that Bob Brown did, doing all those giant high fall. Like you have Dar Robinson, everything he did. And I mean, I even like going all the way back to Yakima Canuck, doing the, you know, the old Western, jumping between the horses, between the team, and then sliding underneath the stagecoach. It's like, you can't beat it, because they did it for real.
Definitely.
There was no CG. That was all for real.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I've just got his autobiography, actually, so I'm just reading that. Yeah, it's so like, good. What? Yeah, that's amazing. And then the Ben-Hur chariot race as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Incredible. And it's all real.
Yeah. I know. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So what's next for you then? What have you got coming up? Are you doing stunt coordinating or what?
Yeah, I've been coordinating and fight coordinating more and more recently. Obviously, I still go and double, like if I'll go, I love performing, and I'll still go double Bale when he asks. I'll go double Ryan when he asks. My buddy David Dustmalchin, anytime he calls, if I'm available, I'm like, let's go, bud. You know, and it's but yeah, I've been doing more of that. You know, I was the fight coordinator on The Revenant, fight coordinated Peter Pan and Wendy, the newest one that came out, which was one of those ones where I was like, this is super cool. But I just geeked out the whole time I was there. Pirate ships, Captain Hook, getting to teach Jude Law how to sword fight, you know, and trying to get Alexander Maloney and all these kids, giving them the facility to make it look like they can actually go toe to toe with an adult in a sword fight. And that was hard. Luckily, we had such an amazing team up in Canada to work with. That team, everybody on it, they were all so wonderful, and I'm so thankful for them, because they helped take a lot of stress off of my shoulders and took a lot of that burden, and we all worked together to make it what it was. And there's no way it could have been done without that team. So there's a huge shout out to those guys. But stuff court. I mean, obviously, I can't do I'm not working on anything now because I'm on strike.
Of course. Yeah. Okay.
But no, I mean, I have a feeling once this is all figured out and everybody, you know, signs on the dotted line, I have a feeling I will be very busy.
Yeah.
I'm feeling we all will, and here's to hoping.
Definitely. Yeah. Well, I was going to say a huge backlog of films that need to be filmed. So yeah.
Indeed. Indeed.
Okay, so if people want to know more about yourself and your work, etc., where can they find you?
On IMDb. Just type my name in, and there's actually a lot of Adam Harts. It's weird. I didn't think there would be that many, but I'm the only one that does stunts, so that'll come up pretty easy. I have my website, stunthart.com. And that would be and then you can see all the crazy, weird things that I've gotten to do.
Excellent. Nice one. Well, thank you so much, Adam. I really appreciate the chat. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Anyway, you look after yourself, okay?
Will do. Take care, my friend.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi there, it's Alistair Clark here again. So as you can see by that interview, he has done so much stuff. And I think what really appealed to me as well is that he knows his craft as well. And he studied acting and drama as well. So he knows how the actors and drama works. So, and as you can see by his stunts, they just look so good as well. I hardly scratched the surface with him with how many TV series and films that he's done. So I urge you to check him out and check out all the films and TV series he's done. And and also his stunts. You'll just be blown away. It's incredible. It really is. So a big thank you to Adam Hart as well, for just chatting to me as well. Really nice guy. Really, really nice guy. Anyway, that's enough for me for now. If you like what you like, then please subscribe to my website at stuntlives.com, or I'm on all the social medias, and I will catch up with you later. Take care for now. Bye.